Hi everybody, it's Mark Messier, and you're listening to Blueshirt
Underground Show,
the #1 Rangers podcast. Make sure you tune in and find out all the latest news. Let's go Rangers!
Blueshirt Underground, motherfucker!
Can't BS a Ranger fan. Can't BS a Ranger fan.
This is an unlawful gathering. This is an unlawful gathering. The truth is out there. The truth is out there.
This is the underground. This is new media. This is the underground. This is new media.
Ranger fans, report to the critical thinking hangar. Ranger fans, report to the critical thinking hangar.
And now here is the starting lineup for the New York Rangers. And now here is the starting lineup for the New York Rangers.
This is New York Rangers hockey. 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 This is New York.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Blueshirt Underground Show. Today is Wednesday. It is February the 4th. It is still cold. My name is Jim, and as always, I am joined by the one and only Eddie Geik. Eddie, it is we are out of bread, officially.
Yet we are out of bread. I want to say this is Vladimir Noshinsky. Means I know Shinsky about trades. Actually, I do. I've tried to get this accent. Yes.
Vladimir, you're putting me on with these trades.
You're putting me on.
You're putting me on with these trades.
I want to say this is just an excuse to wear this hat, which I purchased for $5 online. Well, what do I have to say? I want to say that welcome Sidney Greenstreet to the New York Rangers.
Yes.
I'm not happy with the trade. I mean, all comedy aside, I understand that you're not going to get much, but throw me a little. Throw me a crumb. Throw me a serviceable player for now. Throw me somebody that a younger guy that maybe is not a star, is not going to be a star, that can play on this team for the horrible years to come, to make a hockey trade, get somebody in here, a third liner, a guy that's got some kind of maybe a future. I'm talking like a Carrick type, a Sam Carrick type, who surprisingly is okay. Because the next few years, with the prospects, you want to hit on a prospect, and then this dumbcoff, this dummy, Drury, gives us this letter. It's not a retool. It's a retool, not a rebuild. Then he comes out and he quote, well, we're targeting players who have a winning pedigree, who have speed, who have skill, and then he puts in giant capitals to say speed. And they get a guy who's slow, who got thrown off the World Juniors because his skating wasn't good. What are we doing here? An unserious organization. And it's just, I understand you're not going to get, see, I think the Ranger fandom is like Artemi Panarin was oh, look at this fucking ass. Get him off. He's the real bad trade czar. You put me on ski with this fucking trade. I mean, come on. Just get a body in here. Now, the kid they got, Liam Green Tea, whatever they're calling him, this guy. I mean, he was a high draft pick, but he looks like he's in Busta-Ramaville. It looks like people have soured on him. Now, I understand fans. I was saying about the beginning to say, and I'm sorry, I'm very vocal right now because I have to get this all out. The thing with Panarin, he was, whether you liked his NDA or not, which you probably didn't, he was a beloved Ranger. Wouldn't you say that he was one of the most loved Rangers of the last 4 or 5 years, or entirety of his contract?
Well, yeah,
and impactful, and
one of the best.
He goes
one of
for
the best free agent signings I've ever had, for sure.
So a lot of people see the names and the draft picks involved, and they go, "What?" I said, "This can't be right." I had to get confirmation from Mandar that this trade was real. Jim said there was fake account, green sleeves, right? And a lot of people are, of course, blaming Bread for
I had to drill down 5 Twitter accounts to see if this was
right. Exactly.
I had to make sure that Elliot Friedman's name was spelled right. Or, is the E at the end of Elliot, is it Fried and not Fried? I had to make sure it's not one of these Darren Droggard accounts or Bob McAwee, Enzi, I had to make sure.
Gavin McGavin.
Right. I had to get out my Ouija board and I had to channel Larry Brooks. I was sitting here with the thing. Is this trade real?
With the Ouija board.
Yes. Right. I
don't know how you guys make Panarin the bad guy. I mean, I don't get it. He took 2 years, $11 million.
I think it's funny how people are pro player until the player wants to. People are pro player when management treats it like a business. When the player treats it like a business, they're completely pro management. Oh, how could he do this? How can a guy who signs a contract expect a team to honor that contract? How dare he? How dare he? How dare this team give him a no? How dare he accept the no movement clause and then want it to be enforced?
I think people are hurt. They feel a little bit betrayed by Panarin. Either that or they feel, maybe he underperformed in the playoffs and he just wasn't a favorite. Now, Bill Agnew.
You can't be let down by Panarin. Know your history. Every big name free agent or trade acquisition, I'm talking big name, every one of them, it ends badly. Every one of them. Every one of them. Brad Richards ended badly. Mark Messier, the first time around, ended badly. They all end badly. Marion Gaborik traded. They all end badly. Brad Richards bought out. Henrik Lundqvist bought out. Chris Drury bought out. Scott Gomez maybe had the best farewell of any big-name free agent the Rangers have ever signed. That's only because he got traded for a cornerstone of the franchise.
Right, who's still playing. Now, people bring other points, and I don't know the details of this, but apparently people are talking about Brock Nelson being traded, and I remember a number 1 pick went. What's the difference between that situation and this situation?
I don't remember anything about Brock Nelson being
somebody traded. Clear this up for me, because I'm hearing now. I'm not sitting here. I'm not going to defend this fucking guy. Clown shoes over here. You saw the shoes on him. He's probably got the clown shoes too. I'm certainly not here, but there's got to be a specific. Did Nelson have a no movement clause?
He might have. I really don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get in the weeds with that. I mean, we all know that this dummy doesn't, you know. But see, I mean, I just wanted a player. Like I don't want prospects because
You wanted something that you could have some instant gratification with. You
exactly.
wanted something that would get you through the next 2 months of this season.
And then
So you
maybe
wanted something to hang your hat on. I get it.
that's all. I wanted a minor victory.
Right. Let me get a look at,
I don't know, Alex
I mean,
Lafreniere or some guy, the other Lafreniere.
let me get a
Or
look
some guy on the
at
Kings.
Wojtek Wolski. See what
I
we've
wanted
got
just
in
a
this guy.
who's like 25. That's
Nick
middle of the
Andropov.
road. He isn't great. I just wanted a player that might be able to get better in a couple of years, and because they're going to be horrible for a while.
Years.
And
This is not a quick turnaround, in my opinion.
they're going to boo at the Garden. They're going to
Good.
I
If
want
they
them
show
to
up,
boo.
I wouldn't even show up. Billy Eiler says we're all on stolen land. Give the Garden back to the Indians. Start with the Garden. Can we have our $24 back? We'll give them 100% return on their investment. We'll give them $48. Take it. Take it. We
Take it
stole it.
back.
We're sorry. Take it. Joseph Ballet. The names are flowing in now. The young players that we've tried to build with.
This has been the season where we just talk about
Tom Cody.
We talk about old-time players, man, because there's
Right.
nothing else to talk about. I mean, it's just I don't know.
Well, here's my problem.
Okay, go ahead. I want to
Here's how I view this, right? Okay. Fine. You look at this roster. I don't know how you looked at this roster in January and decided, and I don't know what you saw, what you didn't see in October that all of a sudden you saw in January with this roster to know that a retool, rebuild, redemolition, whatever was needed, right?
Retooling, I'll retool you.
So but you send out this letter and you decrease your leverage because you are announcing to the world that I'm putting everything in the front yard. Everything must go, right? So you decrease your leverage. Then you specifically single out a player and you tell him, we are not re-signing you. We are going to actively seek a new home for you, and we will work with you for your approval. Okay, fine. But again, you've lowered your leverage. So Drury was basically sitting at a poker table with the 10 of diamonds and hoping that he would draw the jack, the queen, the king, and the ace of diamonds and draw himself into a 4-card, royal straight flush. He had no leverage. So yeah, the deal is underwhelming. He painted himself into a corner.
Great point.
Why? Because he's an amateur. That's why. He is an amateur running a professional hockey team. That's what it boils down to. I don't care what anybody says. You cannot convince me anyway. Of course, the return was underwhelming. Nobody was. Why would any GM, a professional GM, why would they give him anything of value? So instead, they've got a guy who's the 130th current ranked prospect or something like that, who's not even in the AHL. He's in the OHL. Oh, he scores 40 goals, Joe, in the OHL. Everybody fucking scores up 40 goals in the OHL. Think back, go back to your archives. Remember how excited we were about Evgeny Grachev because he was lighting up the OHL. There is no defense in the OHL. None. So this kid scores 40, 50 goals. But also, the knock on him is that he's a slow skater. So where's the speed that was in the letter? Where was that? That letter isn't worth the piece of paper it was printed on. From a man who is an amateur trying to keep up with professionals. He is an amateur. I'm sorry, I've said it. I'll say it until he's fired. He is an amateur. Brennan Othman lit up the OHL. Thank you. NYR Merc. The OHL is just there's no defense being played there. So you get this kid Liam Greenbush, right?
Green Tree.
Green Tree, excuse me. Green Tree. Now you got me saying Greenbush. Because now I got Lindsay Greenbush on the mind from Little House on the Prairie. She was the little girl.
Oh, really?
Yes, Lindsay Greenbush.
Wow. I didn't figure for you for a prairie guy.
Jen is. So it's a frequent topic of discussion.
You know what it is? Women women love Michael Landon. They feel like that is the father that every girl should have. Like, and he's like a man's man.
Right. The hair, the tan,
the hair, and he's standing up
out,
for justice. He's out there in the fucking winter.
He's fighting. He's scrapping.
Yeah. He
plays the fiddle.
He's working the land.
Right. He's a farmer. He's a rugged man. He's out fighting. There blowing shit up to make money with Victor French. When the times got hard, he's blowing up caves, and he's a man.
He's going to Mankato and bringing fucking trading shit. Just doing manly stuff.
Going to Mankato. I'll be back in 4 weeks. It's like the next town over. It takes him 4 weeks to get there. Anyway, so just getting back to the serious point of our conversation here. I'm not surprised that the return was underwhelming, because he was an amateur and he completely ruined his own leverage, just like he did last year when he sent out a ridiculous text that got made public, subtext or whatever that thing was called. We're open for business. Well, then you're essentially telling everybody, I'll take the lowest price available, because when you tell somebody I got to get rid of something, that shows desperation. Never let him see you sweat, and Drury lets him see him sweat. He's an amateur.
He really is. He really is. And I mean, it's a great combination, being terrible with people and being an amateur.
Right. And being lousy at business.
You're lousy at business and you're terrible with people.
Right.
Terrible with people.
He's the general manager. He's a terrible general, and he's a terrible manager. Other than that, he's fantastic.
I don't know. I mean, Josh Gimble and Cutter were talking to me a little bit about Green Tree, and they've seen him live. Josh says he's not the greatest skater. There's a couple things he likes. He says he does head to the net. But this, again, is a grain of salt. Here's a 5-goal performance. Is this true?
Yes. Against
the playoffs. He's a clutch player like Elias Anderson.
Right.
Give it to Greentree, scores. Liam Greentree on.
By the way, wait till you hear the color guy doing
Is this the Windsor guy? He's from the Windsor Spitfires.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure
against our Kitchener Rangers.
Right.
How dare you?
Power play.
His 10th goal of these OHL playoffs, and 5 on the power play.
Puck played ahead to Greentree. Walks in, holds on, shot, scores! Liam Greentree risks one home, and the Spitfires make.
So yeah, I'm guessing the Windsor Spitfires, their broadcast.
Okay.
Which is probably streamed live on, probably has less viewers than this show.
Get 2-0 here in Kitchener on a great wrist shot from the captain, Liam Greentree.
Sensational saves in the second period. We'll have to keep that trend going as Greentree for Protas. A Greentree shot. Saved by Parsons, trickles through. Throw the hats for the Spitfire captain as Liam Greentree's got his second hat trick of the postseason.
And
this looks just like the New York Rangers.
It really does.
Third of the night as it's set up nicely on a 3-on-2 down low, and it just gets through Parsons.
Oh, he'll skate in more. No, here for Greentree. Greentree scores! Liam Greentree, give him 4 tonight. His second on the power play, and it's 5-2 Windsor.
And for him, that's a special moment. He's never done that in his career, and it comes in a big game in this series.
In the air, out as far as center, open net. Here's Noah Morneau, passes off. Green Tree scores again. He's got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Liam Greentree.
There you go.
Joe's already got a problem with his number, 66. Mario.
Well, it's the OHL. Everybody's Mario Lemieux in the OHL.
Yeah, that looks like that's playoff hockey. The guy got 5 goals.
Right.
Wow, Cutter's saying the Rangers went down. Kitchener went down 3-0 in that series, but then won the last 4. Well, good for them.
Good for them.
Good for you. So, dearly departed Artemi Panarin. Now, why are we mad at Artemi Panarin? I want some good arguments, some good. Give me a good reason why I should be mad at Panarin for wanting money and a situation. Did he ask more from the Rangers, like $5 million? Whatever that's all about.
I have not heard anything to that effect. I don't know. I really don't know.
What if would you sign them for 2 years at $11 million per?
Yeah, why the hell not? For 2 years, sure, why not?
Do you believe that he didn't make that offer? His agent did say to the Rangers, "Well, I'll stay here 2 years, $11 million per." Maybe he wants out of town. Who wants to be around for this shit?
Right.
Like Jim said, I have more problem with you wanting to stay.
Right.
Then leave. You got to be a mental deficient to want to stay here. The next 2 years are going to be horrible. And meanwhile,
oh, by the way, anybody who's where's the tank for McKenna crew? Because he's up on felony bar fight charges. Did you hear about this?
Oh, that's a good sign. Remember Patrick Kane was up on assault and rape charges and all that?
That means you're going to be
good. It means you're going to be good. You got a good NHL career. Once you get up the assault and all that shit, I don't know. I can't even think of the draft, the tank for McKenna. What happened with him?
He's awaiting a preliminary hearing.
Another delinquent.
Charges were first reported. The incident took place on Saturday, and right here in Pennsylvania. He was charged by police in State College, Pennsylvania. Also, felony aggravated assault, misdemeanor assault, summary charges of harassment and disorderly conduct.
Oh, he's a kid. You get into that stuff.
He's 18.
20 years in jail. What kind of laws they got in Pennsylvania? Zero tolerance.
I don't think he's going to spend 20 years in jail.
No. Not with all this money that he can generate as a number 1 pick. Bar fights, come on. He assaulted some guy who was chirping him. Well, listen. You might have been drunk. He's embracing the suck. Let's go, Liam. I can tell you right now. Sidney Greenstreet, Liam Greenbush, whatever you want to call him, will never see the light of day in a New York Ranger uniform.
You don't think so?
No.
Oh, see, there was a prediction here in the chat that he'll be on the roster next season. The Ranger roster.
He'll get a look.
He'll be at the rookie games.
Yeah, he'll be at the rookie games.
You might have to come out here to Pennsylvania and go to the rookie games with me if you want to see. If you want to see this guy in a Ranger jersey.
I mean, maybe he'll play for the AHL, but they might
we'll meet him next year in Hartford.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on if Drury is still the GM, because Drury likes to showcase his acquisitions. He likes to get him up so it looks like he made a good deal. He likes to showcase him in a Ranger uniform. Then you send him right back down.
I don't have a problem with the guy having a bar fight. My problem is if the guy goes to jail, he's not going to be a very effective draft pick. That's my question. 2050 Cadillac trivia question. Who did the Rangers acquire when they traded Panarin back in 2026? Bill Chadwick has joined the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Always nice to see Bill.
Wait, Jim, did I hear Green Bush? It reminds me of an Irish woman I dated. I'm waiting for that to come up.
Chip, I was out of McSorley's on St. Paddy's Day, 1978.
I had me and Maureen McGovern.
That's great.
How can we say Drury ain't going nowhere?
I don't think he's going anywhere.
Really?
And even if he does, I have no faith in the owner or whoever's running, or Quentin Dolan, the head of chief science officer. I have no faith in them to hire the right people.
He's got to do some science, Quentin.
We're going to see Neil Smith in Hartford. We had to beg him to stage a coup.
We got to talk about. Remind me to talk about that, about this Hartford trip. Oh, apparently Drury's speaking at 7:30.
He is
Where?
At 7:30, yes.
We're not getting a letter or a text. He's going to speak.
Yeah. I'm sure
we got to join this live wherever it is.
I doubt it's being broadcast live. I don't think the major networks are covering this. I'm sure it's going to be a fucking Zoom call where he's sequestered somewhere.
2 years, Rock. Don't kill me. Don't kill me with this guy. They're going to boo him. That's the only thing Dolan responds to. They're going to boo. And then when Panarin comes back, when do the Kings come to the Garden? The Kings are coming back to the Garden.
Are they? I thought they'd already played at the Garden.
I don't know.
Sit.
Let's see. Anybody know if the Kings coming back to the Garden?
What you did?
AOL call.
Yeah. Skype.
The 16th of next month, Kim Sumbuck says. Sunday.
What? What's the 16th of next month?
The Kings are coming to the Garden.
Oh, I thought they were already here.
March 16th. Look at everybody. March 16th. Be there.
Oh. Circle
the Ides of March.
Oh, the Monday after the viewing party. Not a dry eye in how. Joe, you want to go to that game? You're going to be here. The tickets just tripled. Better go on StubHub.
Oh, stay away from StubHub. They're a bunch of stiffs. You don't think the cascading boos the cheers for Panarin, the fire, it's not going to make a difference. Okay. Well, everybody's predicting a big game from Brayley. The guy's a point producer.
Got to keep your head off my keyboard. You keep typing in the chat.
A 48-year-old Marty St. Louis. He wasn't 48, but I love that, Tony.
Panarin yields us a kid who will play with Sam Carrick next year.
He's not going to play with the Rangers. Hey, listen, Martin St. Louis was great. Remember his mom died and he had a really good playoff head. They rallied the team.
He had the overtime goal on Mother's Day, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Stub hump. I like that. You're right, San, right? That's what I'm saying. Dolan's not going to be. I know right now he's focused on the Knicks, the NBA trading deadline. So he doesn't even know what's going on right now.
Sammy Blais was put on waivers today.
Yeah.
I think they could have him for free, Kim.
Yeah. Yeah, you could have him. I mean, you know,
play with the great
Vinny. He's got a good motor when he doesn't break his leg or whatever he fucking broke.
Right.
You know, Ryan Cast, I got to say, me and you are simpatico. I saw that news come up yesterday where Barry Trotz retired. He's retiring as the GM of, and he might be the GM and president of Nashville.
Right.
Now, I don't know how good of a GM he is. I mean, Nashville's been pretty bad for a while. But he did he did, in recent memory, pull a miracle with the Islanders and had them playing competitive hockey. But I don't see that happen. The guy that they should have gotten, but they didn't want to get for politically correct reasons, is now the coach in Anaheim. Oh, God, he's another clown. What? Me worry? I don't know. Yeah, that's not a great pay. That picture does not inspire. It looks like another guy at the Chuckle Hut. I'm watching Adam, guys. I got to tell you, how do you feel about a secondary team, Jim? Can I root for not as much, but just as a cursory thing to watch late at night? Because I got time.
Well, you got the Anaheim Ducks.
What?
You got the Anaheim Ducks.
That's what I'm saying. But how do you feel that as a sports fan? Can you have you don't root as hard, but you want to see them win?
Well, sure, there are teams that I like to see win, but I draw the line at buying their gear. Like I do, like
how about if I buy a hat?
If the Giants are out, and I know they're not going anywhere, they're out of the playoffs, whatever, I will pull for Green Bay, and I do like to see them win. But I'm not going to sit here in a Brett Favre jersey or
no. But how about if I get a Duck hat?
You want to wear a hat? Wear a hat. I don't care. Do whatever you want. What hat you wear?
No, but I'm saying,
go ahead. You have a Blackhawks hat that you've worn.
Yeah, it's because my wife's from Chicago and it's a Stanley Cup hat and the whole thing. But I'm saying if I want to still have the respect of you and everybody. I don't want to do anything that's like, because sports fans are very tricky. They're very,
You'll always
Mike Halleck, do you have any Dallas Stars? You people, you can have a second favorite team. Wow. Now, I'm not saying favorite. Can't they be like a different tier? Like,
I don't see a
pour
problem.
my energy. I'm not going to look over the roster every night. I'm just going to like watch the games and be happy. No, the fucking Devils suck. Never, and they suck. I want to root for something with hope.
It's not going to be a rival. It's not going to be a team in the Metro.
I don't know. Maybe I think I'm just going to do it. Nobody seems to have any strong opinion.
Baseball, I have no other team. I can barely stand the Mets.
Oh, baseball.
much less another baseball team.
I mean, I think I've proved my Ranger fandom more than I don't know. I think it's a side bitch. Yeah, I need a side piece.
Yeah, but in reality, aren't we the bitch?
Yeah, really.
New York Rangers. You are most definitely the bitch in the relationship.
Getting slapped around. What's the matter with you?
Hey, look, you know what? As bad as this team is, and as bad as they're going to be, I know where your heart is, but you want to pull for another team and enjoy whatever run they might go on. As long as they're not in the Metro, I don't give a shit.
All right, we get
I salute.
I like the fact that Rock is helping us out here, listening to the Chris Drury presser. He thanked Panarin and Susie for their time with the Rangers. Oh, let me see.
Rock, where is this available?
Being broadcast. Is this a two guys, one cup exclusive here? This video? What's going on?
Is he actually on that show right now?
No, I'm just saying. Like, is he? I don't know what's going on. Oh, really? Carson Soucy, I will never forget your time as a New York Ranger. It was forgotten the second you traded. Is it a video or what are they? A telegram? What are they sending this out? Is this on Netscape Navigator? GeoCities? It's on Twitter. Does this guy do anything like he got a whole network? Get on MSG. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
On Twitter.
Twitter. Oh, Joe. Unbelievable.
On what? MSG's Twitter?
On badtrade.com's Twitter.
It's not on the Rangers' Twitter.
Steve Eminger, the best sixth defenseman in the league on the Twitter notes. What's a Twitter note? I'm not even familiar with Twitter. Twitter, the twatter.
Chris Drury says that he was informed late this morning that LA was the only place Artemi Panarin wanted to go.
So this is written.
Well, these are tweets coming in from the from the beat writers. I still don't see. Whose Twitter account is it on? The Rangers, the MSG? I can't find it.
It's on Joe Patterson's.
Joe Patterson.
Twitter. Roman Indoor. Live. Well, Chris Rousseau, Artemi Panarin has been traded. I don't know. This is quite befuddling.
I don't know.
Oh, it just tweets from the beat writers.
Oh, I thought it was streaming live on Twitter like we are.
Yeah.
Because I was going to throw it right up in the show. I don't give a fuck.
The great Peter Bull.
Gotcha. Former guest of the show.
Yes, he was a nice guy. We tried to tell him what the real deal was, and he wasn't buying it.
Right.
We were like, I remember saying, Keandre Miller's a disaster. Oh, he's still got a lot. He's the best they have, Yeah. We saw that coming. So everybody seems to be underwhelmed. I don't know what else to say.
I've never seen the kid play. I'm just going by what people that I trust that have actually watched him, like Steve Corianos, also former guest of the show, who said earlier, what did Steve have to say?
Oh, Steve talked to this dude? Knows about this dude, evaluated him?
He's covered him. He said Greentree is a good kid, maybe, but he is not a blue chip prospect simply because he was a late first-round pick. Fourth year in the OHL, a joke league defensively, too many nights where he's invisible, partly responsible for Windsor's epic 3-0 choke to Kitchener last year. And then he said Drury should be arrested, just violate his constitutional rights. I don't care. Pathetic, and I feel sorry for Ranger fans who care about the team more than I do.
Wow. Wow, he got that's excoriating. You can't really burn.
Stop looking at Greentree's stats. It's the OHL, and the Spits have been loaded for a few years. Always surrounded by talent, grit, leadership, and pugilism will only go so far at higher levels. Maybe the rancor will motivate him to prove us wrong, but it won't make him skate faster.
Wow. See, this is just...
But again, they had no leverage.
You're right, Jim.
They had no
You really
leverage.
made the most cogent point of the whole broadcast. That's
just look. Maybe I'm wrong.
He's an amateur.
That's how I see it. I just think that when you do things like write a letter and say that we're whatever you call it, as even Mike Sullivan doesn't know what to call it. He called it a something. Even he doesn't know what the fuck to call this.
Retarded.
Right.
Retooling. I'll retool you.
So whatever it is, I just think the minute you tell it, you devalue everything you have. And then when you let it be known, that conversation he had with Panarin, telling him what the team's plans were, that never should have been public. Never. That conversation should have taken place in private. Nobody around. Just me, you, and your agent in a room. Doors locked. This stays in this room.
You know what it is, Jim? Somebody's leaking this shit. And you know why?
But Drury had the conversation with Panarin. From what I read, it was on the ice the day of the practice when the letter came out.
I feel like there's leaks because he's so not liked. Like Panarin could be leaking it. I mean, we got Panarin giving the finger when that broad had that fire Drury sign or whatever she had, the cry to love and the Drury.
Right.
Somebody does. I mean, the guy is an abomination. But I really believe he is an amateur. He is playing, they're playing 3D chess and he's playing fucking Kablunk. If you remember that game.
You know what? Here's a great point from Broadway Block on Twitter. JT Miller waived his no-move clause and had only one team in mind. And the return was a first-rounder and Philip Hedl and Victor Mancini. That's a good point.
That is true. Well, of course, he got fucking fleeced. Now we're stuck with JT Miller. Okay, right. Exactly. That is a very good point.
So what's the constant in the bad deal going out and the bad deal coming in? What's the constant? The amateur.
Wow. I that really hit home. I'm a little bit stunned by that they got all that. I loved Victor Mancini. I don't know how he's doing over there. Vancouver is terrible. Terrible as sub-Rangers. Awful. I don't know what putrid Rick Carpinello used to say.
And see, this is what I know Ranger fans are going to look at this grade and groan and start chanting fire Drury at their screens, but let's consider the facts. According to NHL sources, he would waive the no-movement clause and sign an extension for only one team, the Kings. I get that, but the problem is that the GM took away all his leverage by the time it was done. Like everything is just handled in an amateurish fashion. There's a right way and a wrong way to handle everything, and this man continues to handle everything the wrong way. Everything. He's an amateur.
I mean, you got to be shrewd.
He is the president of a professional hockey team in New York City. I mean, come on. What organization with its headquarters in New York City is going to hire this man to oversee its entire operation with no qualifications? None. I mean, come on. If this was a startup, they would have been bankrupt a year ago. He's an amateur.
That's right. No, I'm wearing these glasses now as a protest until Drury is fired.
I'll put the wig back on until Drury's fired.
Come on.
It's right here.
Oh, very good. You always
got to have props.
Always got to have props.
Right.
I don't know. I haven't seen the chat room is hopping.
The chat room's hopping. There are a lot of people watching the show right now.
Coming in and just sharing. I love it.
Lots of new names. I'm very excited. Well, like I said, when they're really bad or when they're really good or when there's controversy. Always good for ratings. Bill Agnew, I miss Trader Phil. At least with Phil, it was fun.
Before the salary cap, it was great with him. They'd lose a game and they'd trade a guy.
Right.
Guys were just
78% of the NHL played for the Rangers when Pellegrino was the GM.
Oh, yeah. Willie Plett, we got him. Or one of those guys. We were like, these guys would come in and you'd be like, what? And, back then, that was before the internet and stuff. And the newspapers couldn't keep up with the transactions. You would just see a guy in the lineup. Those were the days. Instant gratification. They lose a trade. So, Sharon is on fire. Yes. That's what I'm saying, Michael, that I want players to a body in the lineup. The Blue Knight, Dean Kennedy. I don't know. I think because
Sal Capella. I love Sal Capella music. Sal Capella in the chat room. Drury could have made this shit trade in a month. Why now?
Ryan, is it because he wasn't going to move he needed to re-sign with a team? He wanted to, I don't know. The timing, if you wait, he wouldn't have maybe waived his no movement clause. I don't know. I don't know. Buy us a beer. I need one today.
I wish that didn't cover your whole face. I got to talk to Restream about that. By the way, Restream renewed our contract for another year. They begged us to stay, and
oh, really?
Yes, and we said sure, and they said, "Well, how much will you pay us?" And we paid them. They begged us to stay. Podbean also begged us to stay for another year. We have renewed our contract with Podbean. Scan the QR code. You can donate to the show right now if you'd like to.
What do you get? Do we really get a beer out of this? Well, what's the?
You get money.
Wow. I love the Chiron down at the bottom. Fire Drury in capital letters. Can he be defended? No. Amateur hour. Yep. Joe, you're right.
Band sucks. Yes.
Yes. His band blows. Well, the dark ages are here, ladies and gentlemen.
The wilderness years.
This is really, it's going to get uglier. The word is bereft. They are bereft of organizational talent. They don't have any prospects other than Gabe Perreault that might be something, and he's not going to be one of these guys who's going to be a real difference maker. By the time you get people in here to play with him, he may be turned into nothing, or he'll wind up being traded somewhere. These guys. You're right.
They're hitting. I mean, they're hitting all the.
They're hitting them all today. Ryan Clough and all these fucking losers that he played with, Drury, and the fraternity of losers that the Rangers have filled. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Joe makes a great point. 5 to 7 years with a good GM.
I don't think it takes that long. Nowadays, you could turn around a team pretty quickly.
Maybe 3 to 5, if you especially if you spend wisely. What's up, Kevin Cosmo? Yes, it does.
Yeah, it sucks because we're saying goodbye to a really good Ranger, and we're getting Bupkis in return. No. And this inspires no confidence that he's going to be able to move Laffy for anything or Trocheck for anything. Yes. Was that the Little League World
Yes.
Series? Yes. Okay. I don't know how this it's terrible. So riffing off what I was talking about earlier about rooting for a secondary team. Last night I was telling Jim I was watching the Seattle Anaheim game, and because I like some players on Anaheim. I also had some guys in fantasy going, so I took a gander at the game, and I was like, wow, this Anaheim team is everything I wish the Rangers would be. Now, I know Anaheim has sucked, forever, but it looks like they're really turning it around, and with some ex-Rangers in the lineup. So I've kind of been gravitating towards them. I was a big Chris Kreider fan. I know Ranger fans, there are some Ranger fans who don't like Jacob Trouba. I personally really liked Jacob Trouba. And I'm watching the game, and Joel Quenneville, who was a coach that I thought really would have been a good Ranger fit. I think when Laviolette, but he was embroiled in that scandal, and he was kind of like, oh, we can't hire this guy. He's got some baggage. Well, Anaheim takes a flyer on him, and all of a sudden, the Ducks are contenders. They're 1 point out of first place now. Now, they've been very streaky. They were hot, then they were terribly cold, and now they're hot again. They've won like 9 in a row. So I'm watching the game, and the Ducks win, and I'm looking at all these guys, Lacombe, this other guy, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Konechny or something like that. Not Travis Konechny, some other guy. I don't know. Somebody will correct me. And I'm like, wow, they're loaded with these young, talented guys. And Jacob Trouba got his 9th goal. 9 goals.
Wow.
I mean, which is like, he hasn't gotten 9 goals, I don't think, since like Winnipeg. And he's playing 22 and a half minutes a night. And he scored the goal. Oh, who's that?
Jacob Trouba and Chris Kreider.
Oh, on Chris Kreider. Okay, I didn't notice who he's with there. There's Frank Zappa or somebody. So they interviewed him in the post game, and I was very interested to see what he was going to say and he still has not let the Ranger thing go in a way, and not in a bad way. He goes, finally, I'm starting to enjoy coming to the rink after 2 years of not enjoying that. And I said to Jim before the show, what the fuck did Chris Drury do? Is this guy just overly sensitive, or did he just get fucked over? And I think I would think any rationale, it's not. I feel like Drury, who is an amateur, just doesn't know how to handle anything. He treats people badly, and he can't keep it private. Everything gets leaked. And I'm glad for Trouba. I'm glad that he's succeeding. And of course, I got the coaster. He's a cook and all this, and his wife makes all the decisions. Where are you on this? Where is the fan base on this? Are you guys sour on Trouba? Did you like him? God bless. I wish you $1 million. I mean, what are you? You hate him because he's dirty? Because there's people that think he's completely dirty,
The whole thing was handled badly. It was all handled badly. It was handled, and I think Jacob Trouba has to, I don't think he handled it well either. But again, he was just a guy. He signed a contract. It's a business from both sides. But like I said, people only seem to get mad when the players exercise their business rights.
Okay. Some people said didn't like Trouba. Okay.
That's fine.
That's fine. I think everybody's allowed to.
I like Trouba because you know why I like Trouba? Because he was somebody other teams hate. Other teams' fans, they hate Jacob Trouba. I want a guy that they don't hate you unless you're making an impact on their team. With his hits, and do some of them cross the line? I don't think as many as some people think. Of course, there were a couple that any guy that plays physical is gonna and hit like him is occasionally going to cross that line, but whatever. He's gone. He's happy. I wish him $8 million. I wish the Anaheim Ducks all the best in their future endeavors.
Well, you better, because they're my secondary team.
Jens too.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh, are you kidding? The minute Kreider and Trouba went there, of course.
Oh, okay. He's got
19
goals.
She works overnight, so their games are starting at 10:00 at night. And she can peek in on their games occasionally. So it looks like I'm not seeing any new tweets from this press conference, so I'm guessing it might be over already. And it just really sounds like from the quotes that I'm seeing from the beat writers that all Chris Drury did was read from his letter. It was just all talking points from his letter. And he's not going to get into it. There's no timeline. He has no idea how long it's going to take. He doesn't know which players they're going to rebuild around. He doesn't know anything. He's a clown.
Kevin Cosmo. Oh, I believe it's Lucas Dostal is the goaltender.
Yes, Dostal.
Yes.
So
I think he's good, but not great. Oh, that's interesting, Mario. Has Brett made a quote? Is he
probably just laughing?
Yes. Well, he's got the sunshine out there. You could. I mean, I don't really think I'm not big on the Kings team, but God bless. I wish $1 million. All right, so but guys, I really, Jim, the show should have just stopped when Jim said he's an amateur, because that really is, and the analogy with the card playing, the poker playing is spot on. That is it.
The great DB Maven.
DB Maven, one of the originals.
He's
here for the centennial celebration.
The centennial postmortem.
Yeah, really, this is cataclysmic times for the New York Rangers. Well, remember last week we were talking about what alumni were going to be at this Hartford game we're going to.
Yes, so we nailed 2 of them. You heard it here first.
Yes, 2 of them we did actually nail.
We got 2 of the 4.
So why don't you announce to the crowd what ex-Rangers are going to be there? Or, ex-Rangers, I guess.
Number 2, defenseman Tom Laidlaw. Number 22, forward, tough guy, Staten Island pride, and the king of clams, Nick Fatier.
For 2 you.
I will forever call him Nick Fatier because of that clip you had from Montreal. Right. Nick Fatier. And Hartford legend, Cristobal Boo Nieves. And 1994 architect, Neil Smith.
I'm sour on Neil Smith.
They are scheduled to appear. We had Nick Fatier. Eddie and I took a guess at this, and Eddie guessed Boo Nieves, and he was right. And I guessed Nick Fatier, and I was right. So we got 2 of the 4. The Wolfpack game is this Saturday, Victor. We're actually taking a group up from here at BSU. It's our third annual BSU takeover.
Yeah, if you want to meet any of these guys, or more importantly, meet me and Jim and Costa.
Now, what I'm disappointed in is that this starts at 6:00, and they are 45 minutes, photos and autographs. How the hell? I mean, you're never going to meet all four of them. First of all, I mean, unless they're all sitting together at the same table, you're never going to meet all four of them.
How much interest is there going to be in these guys?
For I think Nick Fattier and Neil Smith.
I don't even know. So last viewing party was with Fattier. He was walking around saying, you want my autograph?
Yeah, but don't forget, Nick Fattier played in Hartford
50 years ago.
But it doesn't matter. There's still
they still have not going to be all over it. The kids have no interest in that.
Maybe he'll be selling clams. Maybe he's going to have a clams cart.
I'm going to ask him, where can I get these clams? Mickey's Clam Bar.
I still think I think
you think a bunch of 50-year-olds are going to be, I remember. Yeah,
I do. I absolutely do. And the guys will be there with their binders, with all their Nick Fattier cards and their Tom Laidlaw cards. Can you sign this? You sign this. You sign this, and we get a picture. And we,
it's 2020. I mean, this guy hasn't played in Hartford for 50 years.
Hey, he was at the Winter Classic on stage with Gretzky.
Then you got, yeah, that's true. But
I mean,
I don't know. The Hartford fans, Sonar will have a bigger line.
Come on.
Tom Laidlaw? You think Tom Laidlaw? People want all access?
Tom Laidlaw?
I don't think so. Tom Laidlaw, he was on this show when we were on
Blog Talk.
Yeah, when we were on Blog Talk.
Yeah,
you think he remembers?
No, I doubt it. But
I doubt it.
Hey, Nick Fattier was at our first viewing party.
He don't remember that.
I doubt it. I don't know.
Well, the only thing I asked Laidlaw, I remember when he broke his stick over his head in college after he scored a goal.
I remember you asked him about it, didn't
you? Yeah, I'm going to ask about it. I would talk to him. Neil Smith, he didn't show up to our show. Remember when he was like, "Oh, usually I get paid to come on a podcast.
I don't want to be anybody's free guest." Is how.
See? And I follow the Jim Schmiedeberg. You never forget. He's dead to me. And I really got no interest
until I play stupid Saturday and invite Neil Smith on the show like we've never spoken before.
I don't know. I'm holding against. I feel like he's a fucking elitist.
He did an Islanders podcast.
Yeah, but I feel like we had him on
for a half hour.
If we had Neil Smith on, he would not treat us as equals or even close to equals. You think we're just a bunch of jabronis.
Aren't we?
Oh, we know shit.
Schmendricks,
and the people help us. And I'm going to switch gears. Oh, the Rangers got this guy. What's his name? Spaghetti Iorio? Iorio. He's already practicing with the team. This is he's 23, right? The Rangers got him from where? San Jose.
Waivers from San Jose.
Yeah. They get this kid. Why? You get this Spaghetti Iorio guy. He's 23. So I'm like, okay, he's young. It's already his third team he lands on. He's practicing with the team already. No AHL for you. You come right. You know.
I'm all right with that. I don't care. Susie's gone. Somebody's got to take his spot. Schneider might be gone. You never know. Who knows how long Fox is out? Somebody's got to play defense on this team. Can't keep yo-yoing Connor Mackey.
That's who he's practicing. That's his partner. That's the 15th defenseman. I don't know. It's just all a mess. These names,
They're going to have to get creative. They're going to have, it can't just be there's nobody in this system. Nobody. There's no draft picks to hitch your future on. I get that people are excited about Gabe Perreault. I still think the kid looks about 40 pounds underweight to play forward in the NHL. But
oh my God, he used to say back in the 60s, and he's a Biafra case in the 50s.
And everybody got excited when Brendan Othman scored that goal that time. We haven't seen one since. So there's just need a lot of work. Yeah,
it is a shit show.
So I have I forgot to tell you this. I forgot to tell the story from the Winter Classic because everything that transpired after it has consumed most of my Winter Classic storytelling. But Jen and I were walking with Joe and Susan. I forget where we were headed for one of the tents or maybe over to the Gretzky Fatu thing. And I got recognized. A listener, a former Patreon member. Bob.
Oh, really?
I think it's McGillio. I can't remember.
Garilio?
Something like that. All of a sudden I hear, "Hey, Jim." And I turned and it was, he goes, "Hey, I'm Bob McGillio."
That's amazing.
And I apologize, Bob, if I'm butchering your last name. Bob said he still watches every week, hopes to be a Patreon member again.
We love you, Bill.
And I'll tell you what, there ain't nothing better than walking with your woman somewhere in public and you get recognized, because she looks at me like, Jesus Christ. So that was nice.
Oh, that is very nice.
Yeah. So that was cool. And Hartford, I'm looking forward to going. We got we're coming up for the whole weekend.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're coming up Friday afternoon. And we're staying at an Airbnb on a horse farm.
Oh, Jen's going to love that.
Jen and Tanner are going to ride horses on Saturday morning.
Awesome.
Trooper's taking the road trip with us.
The Troop,
right? He's asleep right next to me here. So he's taking the road trip with us. And we're going to stay up there Friday night, Saturday night. Looking forward to going to the game with you guys and having a good time. Thank you, Emmanuel.
Yes.
Hey, you enjoy Panarin. He is fun to watch.
Yes, it's going to bring a level of excitement.
Nice to see you, Emmanuel.
Yes. It's going to be. I think you're really going to enjoy the guy, and he's a very dynamic player, and he's going to create some offense.
Don't let him near your women.
Yeah, just don't. He's a married man, but
keep him away from those LA women.
Yeah, he's got that NDA, which kind of soured some Ranger fans on his last couple of years here. But one of the best, if not the best, free agent signing in Rangers history.
Yeah, for sure.
So who else is going to beat this? Boo Nieves. I'll tell you, I got no interest in Neil Smith. Are you going to try to talk to Neil Smith? Get him on the show?
I don't know. We'll have to see what the vibe is.
I feel like you are.
We'll see what the vibe is.
What are we going to talk to him about? I don't
know what's left to ask at this point.
If I have the guy on the show, I don't want to talk about 94.
By the way, talking about Neil Smith, did you see last week or 2 weeks ago when they had Centennial Night and they brought the 94 guys out there? And how Radek Dvorak fit in with that group, I have no idea, but that's besides the point. But they bring all the 94 guys out.
Check line.
And Keenan comes out and he goes all the way over here. And Neil Smith comes out and he goes all the way over there. Those two were as far apart as they possibly could have been. And I tweeted the Rangers that night that when Neil Smith walked on the ice, he should have handed Keenan the Streisand tickets. And if you don't know your Ranger history, that was part of the breach of contract lawsuit that Mike Keenan used to get out of coaching the Rangers after 1 year and going to St. Louis. Hey, I didn't care. I got my cup. I got my T-shirt.
Yeah, I don't think they would have been able to repeat with Keenan anyway. No, I think he's talking about Barry Beck going to the Kings. I don't know if what
Barry Beck was a trade. That was a
that was a big ass trade, but
that was like a 4-for-1 trade.
He wound up with the Los Angeles Kings at the end.
Yes,
wearing a helmet.
Yes, he attempted it. That was a comeback attempt. I think he'd been out of hockey a year or two.
Hit, which
pretty
much ruined his career. And then the Rangers get Pat Flatley. That's another thing. You have a beloved Ranger, Barry Beck. His career gets ended by a guy, and then they get him. Yeah, Beck trade was a big trade.
Beck was traded for, I want to say, Pat Hickey, Lucien Deblois, maybe.
Yes.
And
I think Larry Sacharuk.
Was Hardy Astrom in that deal?
Yeah, I think so.
I think he was. I think it was a 4-for-1. I just remember. I know Hickey was part of the deal, and I think Lucien Deblois.
Mike McEwen? Was Mike McEwen part
Mike
of it?
McEwen. Yes, I believe Mike. Rangers gave up a lot of young talent for Barry.
They did. They gave up. That was a big.
That was a big trade at the time. So
that's what I would ask for too. I would ask, is the consensus is that Gillies was the toughest guy out there. Now I know Fatiou says that a guy named Kim Claxton was his nemesis. Kim Claxton was not a big guy, but he would always beat Fatiou in a fight. And maybe I'll ask him about Durbano. So I'm fascinated with Steve Durbano. There should be a movie made. Yep. So it'll be interesting Saturday. The trade right now, I think everybody's kind of like it's settling in, but it's not good, Sam. Not good. Yeah, I don't know why Radek Dvorak was there to celebrate the check line. There's been some odd choices. I know Kropatsev was there. Well, he wasn't there, but his daughter was there.
Yes, his wife and his daughter.
Patsy died in that plane crash.
Yes.
Over in the KHL.
It gave his family a Centennial jersey with his name on it. That was nice.
Do you remember the video of Kropatsev on Chicago? And who was the famous announcer for Chicago? Somebody refresh my sit. He was one of the greatest announcers of all time. I can't believe I believe this. Good God, this podcast is useless. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And he calls himself a human being.
Yes. Well, Pat Foley. Can you look up that video? Pat Foley, Karpatsev?
I can certainly try.
Yes. This is worth a watch. Because every time I see, I was watching that Karpatsev thing, I think of this. Yes, Pat Foley, great announcer, one of the all-time best. I did actually remember. Was Bobby Sheen in the deal? He might have been.
I think this is just audio.
For this Blackhawk fan, because I'm never again going to have to see Alexander Karpatsev in a Blackhawk uniform. Karpatsev actually is a very good defenseman. I got to qualify my comments by saying he's a good defenseman when he plays, and there's the rub, because Alexander Karpatsev looks for any reason not to play. And in his time in Chicago, he is the worst excuse for a teammate I've ever seen in over 2 decades.
Wow.
Doing this job.
Right?
A couple of examples. 10 minutes before a warm-up a few weeks ago, my shoulder hurts. And a young defenseman who wasn't anticipating.
All right, I can't hear. Speak ill of the dead like this. How dare he?
Really? Or was it just the quality of the audio?
Well, that too.
Really? You can't say, well, he didn't do it after he was dead. It's just like when I hear his name, I think of that in the plane crash.
Alexander Karpatsev is a champion.
Oh, wow. Potsy, as they used to call it.
God, this podcast is useless.
I say that to myself every year. But they keep sucking me back in. The big money brings me back.
The big money.
He's doing. Wait. Emmanuel is saying that Pat Foley's not doing Windsor Spitfires play-by-play. That's a weird thing. Or is he yanking my chain here?
I think he's joking because we were talking about the Spitfires broadcast.
Oh, that's right. It's very good. Emmanuel, do you know Meg Jarrell? Because she's a big King fan too.
Yes.
I wonder how our boy Paul Faguzzi is doing with this trade.
5 players: Deblois, Hickey, McEwen, Dean Turner, and future considerations, Bobby Crawford. Thank you, Rob.
Wow. I think Bobby Crawford wound up on the Whalers too, somehow, and was a scorer. I thought Nemchinov was the first Russian name on the cup.
I thought Kovalev's was.
If
you're going alphabetically, wouldn't Kovalev come first?
I don't
know. Whatever. They're all on there. That group was the first
also,
Russian.
this how do we really pronounce his name? Iorio?
Yeah.
Okay, Iorio. He's chose the number 6, Jim.
Not good. He's dooming himself.
Number 6 is been horrifically bad for the New York Rangers. They're going to have a centennial night of just number 6s. They can't find a good one. So, it's going to be... Now, see, was Bruce Driver ever 6 or was he 33?
Bruce Driver, I think, was 33.
Yeah, I think he
Joe Sorella wore number 6.
Mozzarella.
We like Gavrikov very much, Emmanuel.
Yes, Gavrikov is the real deal. He's the real deal. We
like him very much.
Not surprised, but
Emmanuel, you're welcome to watch this show anytime. You're funny, you're engaging, and
yeah. Come on down. We love hockey. Bruce Bell was a number 6.
Wade Redden was number 6.
The Olympian Bill Baker, who was not such a great NHLer, he's terrible. Who else was was Horsheva? Milo Horsheva.
Yes, I believe he was number 6.
Come on, guys. You got to come up with some more. Where is yes. You got it, 777. I didn't see your comment, but that's
Sil Apps wore number 6. Don Ore wore number 6. Tim Bothwell was number 6.
He's bad.
Jerry Gillis was number 6. Larry Patey wore number 6.
Larry Patey, oh my God.
Mike McEwen in his return to the Rangers wore number 6. Kurt Giles wore number 6. Jim Weimer, Mark Tenardi, Joe Sorella, Doug Lidster, maybe the best number 6 they've ever had.
Yes, I think so. Tenardi wasn't what he was when he was a 6 with the Rangers. He developed. It's a really good defenseman with Dallas and,
Kasparaitis was number 6. The aforementioned Wade Redden. Jeff Wojciechowski was number 6. Anton Strawman.
Who?
Yes. Anton Strawman was number 6. Dylan McElrath was number 6.
Oh.
And Zach Jones was number 6.
Oh, my God. Anton Strawman was pretty good. For a tryout guy for a couple of years, I always liked that guy. Kasparaitis was not as advertised at that point. He was, I don't know. He wasn't a very good Ranger. So, but number 6
that number 2. If you look at the if you look at the list, everybody that's worn that number, nobody's ever wore it for like more than 2 seasons, except for Doug Lidster. Well, yeah, but Doug Lidster, he was gone and came back.
Captain Crunch.
Glenn Featherstone wore number 6.
Glenn Featherstone.
Everybody that wore that number only was here for like a year. Brian Hextall briefly wore number 6. Bob Blackburn wore number 6. Bob Jones wore number 6.
Wade Redden. Great.
Gilles Marat.
Susan, that's a great one. Yeah, Captain Crunch, Gilles Marat.
So, anyway.
That's it. So
that's about all I got.
Rundown.
We've
Prepare.
exhausted everything.
Glenn say the War 6. Michael
Yeah.
Smith coming up with something great.
Yes, the aforementioned Glenn Sather. I did mention him.
Oh, you did? Okay. Number 6, I got to tell you, it's a bad number.
It's a hard luck number, man.
I would do research. They're talking about Othman here. Oh, well, he's making a case. Well, we will see. But again, I'm going to go with Coriolis and what my people on the ground are saying. And I'm sure. Have you seen?
I'm highlighting this.
Go Rangers
so
31. Have you seen him in person? I would like to know.
Volume shooting, transition chances, power play finishing. Green Tree's offense is built on delaying plays, drawing defenders, creating seams, scoring. Okay.
All right.
Interesting. Thank you for that. Yes, Jonesy, we will see you Saturday.
Yes, I can't wait to see all you guys.
Meeting up at the Brownstone, which is right by People's Bank Arena there at 3:30.
Manny Malhotra, another 6.
Manny Malhotra.
All right. Well, we're done with that. And then let's vamoose.
Sounds good. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We appreciate you guys. One more game, and then the Rangers will take 3 weeks off, and so will we. No, I don't know. We'll probably be back.
They'll probably come back.
But
I'm not going to talk about the Olympics.
As fans, we get a 3-week break.
So let's fucking go. Rangers 31 has seen him play. All right, cool. It's good. Thank you for the info.
Very cool. Eddie, always a pleasure.
Well, hey, I love talking. I mean, it's not a happy occasion, but I always love talking Ranger Puck with you guys, and thank you so much for joining the show.
Yes. All right, we'll see you. We'll see you when we see you. Let's go, Rangers. See you guys Saturday in Hartford. Looking forward to it, Eddie. I'm looking forward to seeing you, my friend.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. All right, we love you. Good night, everybody.
Good night.